What was your message to the team after the first quarter, and what do you think was the biggest difference maker in the second quarter?
I think just they did a good job in the first quarter. The Wizards of their pick and roll. That's one of the things they do really well is their movement off ball while the pick and roll's going on. I thought it just we were just a little slow to make a couple of those reads. And, once we kind of just picked up our shifts defensively and kind of the reads in that kind of, sparked our defense.
And fourth career double-double for Neemi tonight. Saw you and Tony talking to him at the end before he subbed out for the final time. You went over midway through the third quarter at that time out to go and talk to him on the court. What did you see from him overall tonight?
He just played well. Again, the bigs, they got a lot to do on both ends of the floor, but timing on his shifts defensively was good. His screening was good. His offensive rebounding was good. He played the way that we know he can. So we just got to keep fighting for that. But he played well tonight.
Josh played a little 5 in the smaller lineup tonight. What led you to go in that direction, and how did that lineup change things in the second a little bit?
Yeah, I think in the 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, it wasn't as good. We got to get better at it. But I think throughout the game, it took away a lot of their roles. Sarr and Bagley are both, obviously active rollers. And, I think that having that in there and their switching kind of took that stuff away, for most of the, second half.
How much have you had to alter your offense as the year's gotten started here? Is anything just kind of like surprised you about changes you've had to make there, anything like that?
No, it's been good. Guys have done a good job. Another game where we haven't turned it over, so that's, goes a long way. People will watch a game and be like, oh, they're missing a lot of shots, but they very rarely watch a game and be like, oh, we're doing a great job not turning it over. And so it's been one of the strengths of our team over the couple of years, and the guys have picked up on that and just continuing to get better in our reads offensively.
Joe, late in the game, you're up like 30, and Neemi, Josh both make a couple of mistakes, and you really kind of rode them as they went to the bench. What went into that? What did you see?
No, I think just coaching them. Those guys want to be coached. They want to be held accountable. And like I said, they've done some really good things for us. And I think in order to get to a place that we know we can get to, we just got to fight for execution all the time. So they understand that. They hold themselves to a high standard. And they did a great job of that, and we just got to keep that up.
And Jaylen, obviously another great night for him. His ability to draw fouls seems to be much better this year, especially on jump shots. What are you seeing from him in that regard?
Yeah, well, I think obviously with some of the offensive changes that we made, there's more dribble drive space, the ability to do that. And he does a great job of just getting guys on his hip and has that space to drive. And so I think with that, you just kind of can draw those. So I think, just the little offensive tweaks that we've made, and then just his ability to get guys on his hip and make the right play.
Joe, you mentioned the turnovers 5 for you guys tonight. Why has that been like such a strength for this team? What about the way you guys are playing? And is it a buy-in thing? Is it a valuing the ball? Is it schematic?
No, I think it's just the guys. They're pretty good ball handlers. They make good reads. They work at it every day. But it's important. That's something that can really help your offense. Is almost guaranteeing you're going to get a shot every time down the floor. So we got to continue to fight for that. Take care of the ball and make good reads. So it's a credit to the guys.
And then Jordan was part of that group in the beginning of the second quarter that seemed to kind of turn the game around. What did you see out of him?
Yeah, I thought he was great tonight. I thought just both ends of the floor. His presence defensively, his rebounding, his positioning. He's got good defensive instincts. I thought he played really well. And I thought, I think our defense changed it, but I also think he sparked the change in the game tonight just because of the way he played. It's a credit to him, just staying ready, making sure he's ready at any time.
Joe, Payton did it last year too, but he's done a great job of sort of like creating contact with his body to get those shots down low, the bump shots, the mid ranges. What does that do for your guys' offense when he's able to create space that way?
Yeah, again, just a couple tweaks we made offensively. He's got the space to be able to play, so he can, he's gotten fouled on that one. It's also, he's shooting, really well on his paint shots, I think, right? So just another guy that can, get to the line, and he can also just kind of play off of 2 feet, whether it's a shot or whether it's a lob.
Was that something that you guys wanted him to do more this year, or is it just a matter of, the opportunities coming and him finding the way to get
No, I think he's always had that. He's always been a 3-level scorer and played with good pace. I think it's something that he's always had. Yeah.
I wanted to ask about Jordan as well. Obviously not a lot of minutes have been available for him so far this season, but how have you seen him just stay prepared behind the scenes for when he does get opportunities like
Yeah,
that?
just chips away at it again. That was a high level of professionalism to be ready, and he just every day treats it as if he's going to play. So I think that mindset is kind of what you have to have, and he handled it well, and he's got to keep that up. But he works at the same pace regardless of if he's playing or not, and that says a lot.
Joe, the process of like kind of watching things unfold, like the second quarter, I think you rebounded them 15-4. Like it seemed like the game just flipped. What's that like to watch the guys kind of turn into the team that you're looking to see after the tough first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's again, it's where I think that's what teams are fighting for around this time. Is everyone kind of knows what their identity is, but you're looking to quickly get to the consistency of that. It's never going to be 48. Can it be 40 to 44, right? And having an understanding of that. So, again, I think we picked it up there, and we were able to play for about 36 minutes the way that we can. And and every night we'll present a different challenge. It may not be the first quarter, it could be the third. Like, it's a game of runs. The other team's playing well too. It's not that we're so you have to have an understanding of that. But it's can you manage those better? With the details, the execution, the effort, and But every night will be a different challenge in that.
It seemed like Neemi took the challenge of opposing Sarr.
He did.
A little personal. What was that like to see him kind of slow him down after the first game?
Yeah, it was important. I mean, I think Neemi did take the challenge, and I think Sarr's been playing really well. I think he's a good player and has gotten better, but I think Neemi, took that, like you said, it's a great way to put it, just took the challenge, and he was great in his individual defense, his pick-and-roll defense, and his timing off ball. And so, Neemi, the work that he's been putting in, he's getting better and better. So he's got to keep it up.
Joe, with some of the roster attrition you guys had over the offseason and the injury to Jason, how has that adjusted the way that you feel like you're coaching with a less experienced team this year, and what's it like to see the early returns?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who's in, who's out. At the end of the day, every team is different. Even if you have the same guys back, it's going to be a different team. You just got to coach to the strengths, the personalities, the relationships that you have on a team and leverage those. And, we'll always do that.
What do you feel like the different strengths of this team are compared to the teams you've had over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I guess from this standpoint, we're forcing turnovers. We're crashing a little bit better, playing a little bit faster. So we just each team has strengths. You got to lean into those. You got to build relationships with the guys. You got to just be able to communicate with them and get those guys to play.